Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to another aspect of the week video. Here, I'm going to share a few ideas about one of my favorite aspects happening this June, and this is the Sun in Cancer trine Jupiter in Pisces. This aspect would definitely be on my short list of great astrological aspects happening in June. There's definitely a lot of drama happening astrologically this month, but between Venus in Cancer and Jupiter in Pisces, there's been some really lovely moments as well. So this aspect is happening on June 23rd from 2 degrees Cancer, where the Sun is, to 2 degrees Pisces, where Jupiter is. Now, Jupiter is retrograde. It's just station retrograde. So Jupiter is unfortunately slowly going to be backing up out of Pisces, but we still have a good few weeks of Jupiter in Pisces for now. And so the Sun and Jupiter together, what do I like about this? Before I tell you about that, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button to make sure that other people can enjoy this info as well. If you're enjoying this aspect of the week video series, subscribe to my channel to make sure you get more of this in the future. And if you love these short, sweet, and succinct astro videos, do pop over to my website, kellysastrology.com, and sign up for my membership. And you'll get videos like this every week of the year, including info about every aspect that's happening, the good ones and the tricky ones. So what is so good about Sun trine Jupiter? First up, I want to mention a comment or a quote that I remember reading in the Renaissance astrologer Marsilio Ficino's work about the three graces, which are the three planets that can be life-giving or life-affirming. So these are planets that are associated with healing and wellness and vitality and generally some of the good things in life. Those three planets are Venus, Jupiter, and the Sun. So anytime I see an aspect that pulls together any two of those planets in a favorable pattern, so sextile or trine or conjunction would be a favorable pattern in most cases for these planets, except maybe conjunction to the Sun, but that's a whole separate thing. If you need to know more about conjunctions to the Sun, I've got a webinar on that. Anytime I see an aspect between two or more of these three graces, I know we're getting some goodness coming through from the cosmos. So the Sun and Jupiter together is a helpful, it can be a supportive, encouraging, or even elevating combination. The Sun in Cancer is a little bit at sea. It doesn't have any special dignity here. The Sun is in the sign of the moon. So it's a place that, the Sun has to do things that are kind of against its normal grain. But the Sun in Cancer gets that beautiful blessing and benefit from that great helpful trine from Jupiter in Pisces. So this is about having access to great support, great guidance, a really amazing mentor or teacher or guide. It's maybe about finding that wisdom within yourself and realizing that there are different ways or new ways that you could share it. I think there's a lot of sharing that goes on with this aspect, and there's a lot of really soulful, kind of enriching, inspiring interactions and conversations that this Sun trine Jupiter aspect can lead to. It's definitely an aspect that encourages you to say yes to something, to move forward with a bold or an inspiring or a meaningful plan. It's an aspect about growing. So it's about trying something outside your comfort zone. You know that saying that like growth happens outside our comfort zone. If you want to blossom, to grow, to flourish, you're going to need to take up more room. And this Sun trine Jupiter aspect is often about that self-belief or that self-confidence that you are worthy, that you have a right to, have a place or to be seen or to speak out or to just share whatever it is that brings you joy. Sun trine Jupiter might also bring some clues about purpose or your pathway in life. This can be very subtle in terms of like just one interaction or a piece of breadcrumb, like one breadcrumb along the path that just confirms that you should keep going in the direction that you're going in. But it's also an aspect that speaks to agreements and alliances, this sort of coming together of people that are working towards a common goal or a common vision. Many of you know I like the word of generosity for Jupiter. Of course, Jupiter is about abundance, but I think in Pisces, Jupiter is about an abundance of feeling or an abundance of sharing or an abundance of connection rather than necessarily an abundance of like a pot of money or wealth or what have you. There are elements of that to Jupiter and Pisces, but I think there's more to it than just that. But I also think that idea of sharing is really powerful for Jupiter and Pisces, and particularly for this Sun-Jupiter aspect. How can I share what abundance I might have, whether that's extra books or ideas or experience? There's a real sense of giving. In the video that I have got about 3 tips for Jupiter and Pisces, which I think is going to be posted after this video, so check that out next week. I talk a lot about how Jupiter and Pisces has this generous giving back, looking for ways to serve quality. And I think the Sun trine Jupiter is really going to help activate that. One final way to think about how you could work positively with the Sun trine Jupiter in your own personal chart. Think about the houses where you have Cancer and where you have Pisces. So think about the topics of your Cancer house and think about the topics of your Pisces house and see how those 2 topics or those 2 areas of your life might be working together or might be supporting the other. Maybe the Jupiter and Pisces house is providing something that is looking after or guiding or encouraging the Cancer part of your chart. Maybe it's a vice versa thing, but at the very least, we're going to see some sort of positive, meaningful or feel-good interaction between the Pisces and the Cancer part of your birth chart. So Sun trine Jupiter for our kind of final aspect of the month, for aspect of the week, I should say, for June, and a really nice aspect to go out on. 2 degrees Cancer to 2 degrees Pisces. This aspecting is happening on Wednesday, June 23rd. So the middle of this last week of June, just before the full moon, which is coming up in Capricorn tomorrow on the 24th. But before then, we get some hope. We get to feel good about the future. Maybe we've got the right people supporting us to look forward or to make plans for where we're going. Jupiter is always forward-looking, even though the element of water can sometimes be very kind of anchored in either the present or the past. So we're going to have to navigate how can we enjoy the memories and the experiences of the past, but not just get stuck reminiscing, but to use them as inspiration for something to dive into the future. So we want to transition from past to future with this. Sometimes we just have to stay where we are as we go through that, but definitely getting at least a feeling, if not a vision, of how you want to move forward. And Sun trine Jupiter pulling together some of that team or that crew that might be participating in this project or this mission that you're undertaking because they're of like mind or they're feeling the same in their heart. So lovely, lovely aspect. When we get into July, we've got some more tricky astrological aspects, particularly at the start of the month. So soak up the goodness, the enjoyment, and the positive feelings and interactions that Sun trine Jupiter can bring. Let's enjoy it while we've got it, team. All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can always get free videos here, but if you want the deluxe version of these kinds of aspect of the week videos, pop over to my website, kellysastrology.com, and sign up for the full membership. I'll be back as always with more next month, team. Until then, take care.